What's up, Pisces? Welcome to your February 2020 reading. This is going to be a general reading for you, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. Please remember that it's not going to resonate with all of you guys, so definitely check out your Moon, Rising, and your Venus. You may get a completely different message or something to add to this message. It may just be a little bit more accurate for you all around, okay? If you are new to this channel, what's up? My name is Danny. If you are returning, hey, thank you for coming back. Pisces. Interesting. Last time we spoke, your last month's reading, it was really, I felt very strongly that a lot of you guys were having a little bit of friction, I guess I would say, in terms of like finding the balance of what you give to other people around you, whether they be your partner, your family, whatever, versus how you actually treat yourself, and really taking a look at the things that you do allow to happen to you or with you, or things that you're involved with, and how that actually reflects how you show care for yourself, right? And so it felt like things were getting a little intense for quite a few of you. And then we have here where it's like, okay, things have been going on. Things have probably been feeling very heavy for you guys. I actually did a Mercury retrograde video, which I will put the link, I'll pin it in the comments. And I was saying in the video, I was kind of breaking down Mercury retrogrades, what that means. And I was going over the fact that this time it is retrograding in Pisces, and that for a lot of us, that would mean a lot of intense emotions, a lot of heavy feelings, a lot of inner conflict between the way we think and the way we feel. And you guys, especially because you are Pisces, I think you guys would feel it a lot, especially just considering that Mercury is really at a detriment in your sign. Your sign is so airy and vague and spiritual, and just kind of like deep diving, and Mercury is very much logical and intellectual. It's not a fantasy. So Mercury doesn't really, it's not strong in your sign. And so yes, a lot of you guys might be feeling like things are all over the place. You might be feeling like you're a little out of whack in terms of the things that you're thinking. There's so much sword energy. So I will say, there's going to be thinking on overtime, right? Mercury controls the way that we think and the way that we communicate. It controls, it really makes people moody a lot of times. And for people who are more of that airy spiritual vibe, they kind of make a switch during Mercury retrogrades and become more logical and intellectual thinking, very pragmatic. And so for a lot of you guys, I think you guys are looking at things that you're going through from a different lens. And although in some of these cases it may bring up some pain, I think there's a lot of insight being brought up. And at the end of the day, we've got the 10 of Cups, which is the bottom of the deck energy. So this is unseen energy. For this feels like the motivation. A lot of you guys are looking at your life, your relationships, just your overall emotional well-being. And a lot of you guys, there's things coming up, things that we have to reassess, kind of face. I think a lot of you guys might be feeling like you're a little bit spinning right now, but use this time during Mercury retrograde to really kind of work those things out, right? Mercury retrograde time is not a great time to be starting new projects, but if you are finishing things up, tying up the loose ends, really coming to some conclusions, but not fully, I mean, I wouldn't, just don't start anything new right now. But this is a great time to face the things that we need to face, right? The things that we need to sort of perfect. And I think that a lot of that is coming up for you guys. Because overall, I think you guys are just really in a place where you just want to be happy, you want to be free, whatever that means for you. Now, the Devil card is the first card you guys got. Devil card, Hierophant, Knight of Swords, right? Starting out with some pretty strong energies. So some of you guys might be dealing with a Capricorn, might be influenced by Capricorn, a Taurus, doesn't matter. But there's a lot of earth energy here. But I think for a lot of you guys are facing your demons, so to speak, in terms of, I think what this time is doing for you guys in February is it's almost showing you guys a mirror, right? So look at, I mean, the Devil card is all about what has power over you. There's a lot of passion here, not necessarily in the right ways, in ways that are a little bit more twisted, ways that are a little bit more detrimental to our overall health. I think a lot of you guys are having to face certain things, certain habits, certain relationships that you have involved yourself in, and it's making you look at things a little bit different, making you kind of reassess, where do I want to be? Where do I belong? What does this mean? What does this look like? Right? When we get to the Hierophant card, that's all about institutions. It's all about community. It's all about, it's a very spiritual card. And so is the Devil, actually, but it's very much about like where you belong, your tribe. And a lot of you guys are having to look at some things in your relationships, in your personal relationships, and even your workspace, right? Having to look at things with a different perspective or through a different kind of lens. And I think it's helping you to figure out exactly what it is that you want to do, although it's intense, right? A lot of you guys, I will say, it feels like some of you guys, there might have been something found out. Now, you do have a Seven of Swords and a Page of Swords coming down here, which we'll get into, but I feel like there might have been some type of dishonesty or just something that's kind of come to the surface, which is allowing you to really look at these things. Now, some of you guys might be dealing with, we've got Queen of Cups here, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Also, there's a Three of Cups here, clarifying the Hierophant card. So there might have been some type of betrayal for some of you, whether you were the one doing the betraying or someone did this to you. It doesn't even feel fresh, but it still feels like it's a trigger. So let's say if you cheated on someone years ago, or if someone cheated on you years ago, it's almost as if you guys didn't finish this. You didn't go through the healing you had to go through. You didn't address the things in the way that you needed to in order to move on. And so it almost feels like it's coming back again. But now that it's coming back, it's just regurgitated. So it's intense. It feels intense. I just feel like there's a lot of intensity around you right now. But it's making you really have to see things and face things that either you or the person that you're dealing with did not want to. It just feels like there could have been some betrayal or something that happened. And time is fluid. It doesn't really matter. It's different for everybody. And this is a general reading, but it feels like there's something that happened, went kind of awry in the past, and now it's coming up. And so you guys are kind of standing here of like, do we work on it? Is this something that we plant more seed in? And I feel like it's almost like one of you is willing and one of you is like, no, I'm tired. Like, look at how this Knight of Swords is charging at this Seven of Pentacles. It's really intense. It's abrasive energy. There might have been some things said that are really like, whoa, that hurt. This is a time where people could flip. This is a time where people could easily spiral. This is a time where a lot of times we perceive things wrong, right? Because our communication, everything's a little bit off. So I want you to keep that in mind, because if somebody comes at you during this time, it's not really you in the moment that they're coming at. It feels like there's all this stuff that was never addressed properly, and now it's just coming out. Ugh, right? Now, Four of Swords, Ten of Swords, Two of Pentacles. I told you guys you have hella sword energy. This is a time, again, Mercury retrograde, not being a great time to do a whole lot of new, but a really good time to reflect, to reassess, to readdress, to really revisit some things that we need to. It's a great time for you guys. Keep yourself centered, do your meditations, do your affirmations, do whatever it is that keeps you feeling light and airy. Right? Because Four of Swords follows a Three of Swords. Three of Swords moment is something, it's a heartbreak. It could have been, a breakup. It could have been a betrayal. It could have been anything that just does not feel good on the heartstrings, right? But the Four of Swords follows it, and it's kind of like that time, like telling you, like, look, it's time to chill. It's time to rest. It's time to get your mind back right. It's time to, look at all this purple. There's like all this spirituality to get into, start praying, start meditating, start finding answers for self. And that's what's going to make you guys feel a lot lighter, feel a lot better. We've got the Nine of Cups clarifying that, right? So I think there's a really big emphasis on you guys needing to be your best friend right now. You guys needing to really look out for yourself right now, because I just feel like there's something that happened maybe between you guys, and it feels like a lever for a lot of you. Yeah, where it's going to require you to walk away. 8 of Cups, clarifying the 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords, this is the energy that's done. Whatever this is done. It's dead. It's in the past. It's that hurt, but almost that numb hurt, right? When you reach 10 of Swords, you're not even really in pain anymore. You're just kind of there. It's kind of that numbing pain. And so I think for a lot of you guys, what you need to remember, because I think there's almost guilt around if something didn't work out. And I understand that, but whenever we get the 8 of Cups, it kind of lets us know that, you know, you or this person, you guys have tried in many ways. And at this point, either you've tried everything that you could do and it's just not working out, or some of you guys, I even get the feeling like someone may have even started trying too late. Like whether they're telling you like you're trying too late now, like I've been saying this forever, or if you're Pisces, the person telling the other person this, there's just this need to really walk away, this need to separate from something that's just been drama and trauma. And again, it doesn't feel like it's even anything new, not even like a new issue. Even if it is a new issue, it's almost like this is a cyclical thing. You know what I mean? Like this is a pattern of you guys. And even if the circumstance is a little bit new, the details are new, it's the same shit. And so I feel like when you guys are talking about it at this point, it's just coming out all types of wrong. Number one, communication, right? Number two, everyone's just too in their feels. And it's almost like you guys are arguing about the shit around it rather than the actual issues. Like the details don't really matter. Like, yeah, they make up the story and they, you know, you can get fucked up behind them, but I don't know. It just feels like it's bigger than that. Now you've got the 2 of Pentacles being clarified by the Queen of Pentacles. I want you guys, again, going back to that staying very centered, right? Whether that's doing your exercises, whatever it is, because I just have a feeling this is a month that I just want you guys to stay active, because it almost feels like you can easily let this affect your work and how you're performing in other areas, right? Some of you guys, this may require a move. And it's almost like you guys are weighing out how to do this, trying to balance everything and still maintain. Pisces. This is actually really good for you though. Yeah, 9 of Pentacles coming out. Independence. In a really good way. I think you guys are going to be just fine. I think there's a little bit of scare and a little bit of like this nervousness. If you are, let's say, if something is breaking up, or I just feel like whatever things are being shown to you guys, I just feel like you guys are going to, even if you're in a relationship, you guys might be finding that you're doing things more independently right now because you just feel like you need it, right? Because it's like the closer that you're getting to something or a certain person, it's just kind of taking you out of your element, off of your game, right? It's making you resort back to old behavior, or they are. It's just not it's not the best thing. And I think right now what's most important for you guys, Pisces, is you're trying to find your happy, right? And what that means for you, and making the necessary steps that you need to do for you, so that you can move on, right? Because I feel like you guys have an opportunity coming up here very soon. Ace of Pentacles, again, don't start anything new, but this is a great time to really reflect and meditate and really sit on certain things so that when it is time to move, you guys know what you want to do, right? So you've got 7 of Swords, Page of Swords, 9 of Swords. Again, all this sword energy could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or someone who has those strongly in their chart. But also, again, it just feels like there's something that, for some of you guys, there might be something that has been exposed that someone was trying to kind of keep from you, right? Ooh, 5 of Swords clarifying the 7 of Swords. High Priestess, yes. At the bottom of, yeah, there's some type of secret, but it's been exposed. Either you found it out or they found it out. And once this kind of came to the surface, it feels like it just changed everything. And a lot of you guys are finding yourself in this kind of 9 of Swords space where you're just constantly thinking about it. Ooh, yes. But I think it's just, for a lot of you guys, it's just time to move on, and it's okay, because look, this is beautiful. These all three fell out together. You've got the 10 of Pentacles, the Ace of Cups, and the Rejuvenation, which is the Judgment card, which is all about that rebirth and this newness, right? Whenever we get the Judgment card, you know that your life is going to level up in some type of way. So I think it's really like, if there's any L's that you guys are taking in this month of February, understand that they're necessary so that you can get your wins later on, because things are coming together. 10 of Pentacles. You guys already got the 9 of Pentacles card. So I see things are going to be progressing. Money's going to be progressing. Career is going to be progressing. And all around, you guys, this sense of self and stability is going to be progressing. Yes, this is going to be a rocky month in terms of you guys maybe being in your head over something that has happened. But ultimately, if you're taking the proper amount of time for yourself, there's a lot of healing that can come from this month, a lot of insight, and it can set you up for what's next, right? You got Ace of Cups here, which is beautiful. That's a love offer. And even if it's not a love offer, like in a romantic situation, that's you guys connecting to something that's beautiful. It's pure. It's God gifting you with a beautiful opportunity that makes you feel good in an emotional way, right? And again, back to that Judgment card. I mean, things are coming together, but I think that you guys need to actually take this time to, you know, Pisces, you're very spiritual people, but even more now, this month is a really good time to tap into it. I mean, I know there's so much you guys want to do. Your season's coming up. Your birthdays are almost here, you know, but you got to get your mind right, and like feeling good again. I think that's key for a lot of you guys. But there's something that you are very well aware of this month that it just doesn't work for you in terms of being conducive for exactly what it is that you want, which is this 10 of Cups energy, right? You're not going to get it through whatever door you kept trying to knock down. So this is the time, and, you know, a great month to just really be into you, loving on you, meditating, lots of you time, lots of reading, lots of, you know, listening to healthy things, mind, body, soul, all that, because things are about to take off and there's going to be so much coming towards you. Okay. So you guys got God is your source. So it says, everything you need is supplied by the infinite source of God, and your faith opens the doorway to receive. In God, there is no lack or limitation. Rather, there's plenty of abundance for all to share. Yes. So really having a spirit of gratitude, remembering that everything is coming together, forming together. There is no such thing as lack or limitation when you are, you know, being guided and being loved by God, and we all are. So understand that these moments that you're going through are just here to get you to the next level, okay? Now, you guys got 2 that fell out here. It says, love yourself first. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And that's basically what we were talking about last month when I was asking you guys, like, are you guys loving this person more than you're loving yourself? Are you putting another person ahead of you, their feelings and their things ahead of yours? Like, you can't do that, right? That's not how you get to where you want to be, even though I know we all go through it. I've done it. Like, it's just a thing. And then you guys got children. So it says your love life is being affected by children. So this could be you guys dealing with someone that you share children with. This could be you guys being single, out there dating with children. That's definitely a interesting thing. It's hard dating with children. It could be you guys wanting children. There's so many different things. But really make sure that you are listening to the little child inside of yourself. Really honoring that this month. There are moments where it may feel a little rocky. So roll with it. You'll get through it, and there's a lot of beauty on the other side. Okay, so I love you guys. If you're interested in a private reading, you can email me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Please thumbs up this video, and I will see you later. Bye, Pisces.